Vegas. I've always found it strangely fascinating. You got gamblers, adrenaline junkies, instant brides. Darth Vader, Chewbacca, everyone's looking for $1. From this standpoint, Vegas is about the show, the promise of something better. But on this particular week, there's a different type of show. You might not even realize it's happening, but I'd suggest you turn off your Wi-Fi, because during this week, this strange little mecca fills with what's becoming one of the most influential groups in the world, hackers. Thousands and thousands of hackers descend on Vegas to party and hack. If Vegas is a gigantic party, every year at cybersecurity conferences Black Hat and DefCon, the best hackers in the world gather to show off their party tricks. It's not what are you drinking, it's more like what are you hacking?
So if I'm a malicious merchant, I can record a few of the credit card swipes, then later at home charge you any amount I want.
Think about hacking as a modern-day superpower. It can be used for good or evil. Josh Corman is a hacker who uses his power for good.
Well, mistake number one is thinking hacking is bad, right? It's a form of power, and power can be used for all sorts of reasons. I'm a big fan of Stan Lee and the whole Spider-Man thing. With great power comes great responsibility.
What divides the people that use their powers for good and the people that use their powers for bad?
It all comes down to motivation, right? Technology is used by different people for different things. You know, take a hammer, right? A hammer can build a home or it can crack a skull.
Here's why this group matters. These days, everything from planes and even coffee makers have computers inside. More and more, hackers are finding ways to control them from afar. One hacker who uses her power for good found a flaw with a Wi-Fi connected gun.
This gun has kind of Wi-Fi attached to it, and the first thing most people would say is, awesome, it'll help you shoot and aim better, right? First thing you say is, I can't wait to tear this apart and show how vulnerable it is.
I just looked at the technology that they were using, how it goes with embedded devices. You can just connect to the wireless network and you can talk directly to the back end of the system. What we tested specifically was to change the weight of the bullet, and that made the shot go 2.5 feet to the left instead of the target that we were aiming at.
So Runa told the gunmaker. They say it's safe to use and have updated the rifle since the version she tested. It's that step, telling the company, that divides the hacking community. A good hacker, or white hat, reports the problems they find so other users aren't at risk. A bad hacker, or black hat, takes advantage of the problem, usually to make money or gain power. Exploits can sell for thousands online on the black market. But you see, it's not that cut and dry. In this community, there's a lot of gray area. The white hat by day could be a black hat by night. And for those who use the skill for good, there's always the what if.
Do you ever struggle with it? I mean, do you ever think about, well, what if I went the other way?
Yeah. I mean, there's always the fleeting thought. I could be on a beach drinking out of a gold-encrusted goblet, but I always keep in mind that, for any hack, especially one that would result in financial gain, there's a victim. I've been in situations where okay, it would take 3 keystrokes and I would have complete access, but there's always, the little angel on the right hand that says, if you do that, remember what happened to you when someone did it to you.
And here's what you realize when you hang out with hackers at DefCon. This strange cyber event is a microcosm for the real world. Browse the web on an insecure browser, and these guys can see what you're looking at.
Okay, so this is what people are looking at right now.
Abercrombie and Fitch right there.
Connect to insecure Wi-Fi in a room full of hackers, chances are you'll end up on what they call the wall of sheep. Stolen passwords and emails displayed for everyone to see. Now, this is meant to be a public service, to remind you to only browse on trusted Wi-Fi networks. But if it happens to you, kind of embarrassing. Hackers at DefCon are pretty secretive. CNN only gained access by adhering to very strict media rules.
So would you call yourselves hackers?
White hat hackers.
You only hack for to
good
find
purposes.
Good purposes.
Most of the people I met here started hacking as kids. They broke things. They wanted to see how things worked. course, the best you can hope for is that they continue to hack for good. Because as they say, with great power comes great responsibility.